Howdy folks, this is a Wednesday morning shave for me. Might be an early start for some folks, but I got this in a 3-pack from Yulay, Oktoberfest, and this particular flavor is, if I remember right, caramel apple bark. This is the one I'm shaving with today. The other two that came right along with it in this 3-pack. Here's this one here. And this one here is, looks like Canela Oak Blonde. And then we got Pumpkin Smash. All three of these are 2-ounce size as opposed to the 4-ounce. And like I say, there's 3 of them in a container. This is the brush that I used yesterday. Omega Professional 10049, if I remember right. And the brush that I used today to whip up the lather looks very similar to that, but this one here is an Omega S brush. In other words, the not synthetic. Looks just like a boar, even though you can't see it. Has a backbone of a boar, almost identical. When you get them side by side, you can definitely tell, but sometimes in the photos you don't even realize that you're looking at the synthetic version of it. And I have to say, it whips up just as nice as the boar brush. Just something to throw out there. Shaver of the day is going to be the Gem Micromatic Flying Wing, or sometimes referred to as the bullet tip. And inside I have the Gem Blue Star. Drawing blanks this morning. And yes, I do have the alum block, complete with rubber band. I'm going to follow the shave up with, I got a sample from Stirling, this Red Delicious. Figure it ought to go right along with it. And of course I got Humphrey's Witch Hazel Lilac. And I've already put a hot towel to the face, took the bloom water, put it to my face, and I'm going to go ahead and get started here. It's kind of hard for me to describe the scent, so I'll find the scent and put it in down below. I have, when it comes to the Gem Micromatic, I have the Flying Wing, clog proof, and of course that open comb version. I like all of them. Yesterday I shaved with a Gem with a Bakelite handle, and I was doing a little bit of reading, and this one in particular, the instructions that came along with it mentions the matter of fact, here's the Gem Junior that I used yesterday, Bakelite handle. It's got an open bottom there, and I don't know if it was made that way or not, but this is the version I have right here. Now, I also have this one here is a treat. Looks very similar to the one I just showed you, the Gem Junior, but this one here has a cap on the bottom. And that's a red cap there, or maroon if you will. And I was reading some of the instructions anyway, and it mentions about the angle that you hold these shavers, and one of the things it mentions is, I guess you might say it's a excuse me, not quite as an aggressive angle as one may think. It mentions just about at that angle, at least in this one set of instructions, which I don't remember seeing before. So if you're thinking that your gem shaver is a little aggressive, perhaps changing the angle, and that may make a world of difference on the shave. Yesterday was with a blue carbon, which definitely has a different shave feel than this Gem Blue Star. There's less feedback with this gem as opposed to the PAL. You still get some feedback, but not quite as much as you do with that blue carbon. Blue carbon does a pretty good job singing. Because I have to say, boy, this is pretty smooth. Not quite as aggressive as the that Gem Junior I used yesterday. Not that it was that aggressive, it's just a noticeable difference. And like I said, you know, we're using that PAL blue carbon. It does give you a different shave feel. For me, it seems like I usually get pretty good shaves with these. And I have to say, if I ever did get a shave that wasn't quite up to par, as more of a user, trying to get used to the to the razor, to the shaver itself, as opposed to any fault of the razor itself. It's quite of an experience to learn how to shave with these and get a smooth shave. Now, I started using a buffing pattern, stroke if you will, yesterday, and I think, which took me a little bit longer to get my shave in, because I'm not accustomed to buffer, using that buffering stroke. And with that Bakelite handle, believe it or not, it just seemed pretty easy to do. Kind of seemed like the natural thing to do, at least for me when I had it in my hand. It's kind of odd how certain shavers will make you feel like that. So I don't know. Still feels pretty good, even using those kind of strokes. It's a comparison to yesterday, and that, like I said, that blade, that blue carbon, I mean, it gives you a lot of feedback. For me, I think the buffering really helps over here, where it's more densely populated. Helps me get a little closer, I guess you might say. I know yesterday when I was done with the shave, my face was very smooth. It wasn't even trying, but it was darn near BBS. It was very smooth. Good shave yesterday. Alum Block had very little to say at the end of the shave. I was really surprised. considering I did the whole shave with a buffering motion, or a buffing motion. Short strokes. Whatever you want to call it. It's been kind of fun thinking of trying to get accustomed to doing a one lather shave. It's boy, it's a different animal to get it in my head. I've gotten so used to doing a 3-pass shave, trying to do it in one lather as opposed to 3. Mentally, it's quite an adjustment. It may take me quite a while to make that switch. That's assuming I can make it. It's kind of like trying to make the switch from shaving one side of the face with your dominant hand, then the other side of your face with your non-dominant hand. Mentally, I just can't do it. I can still smell the scent. I'm trying to sneeze. I can smell the bark. I don't know if you can tell. This is pretty creamy. I don't know how well you can see in the camera at this angle. You might compare it similar to the, if you've seen the video with the alpha elliptic, where the angle is already preset for you. And if you can kind of see there, that's about the angle. So in other words, you're not getting quite as an aggressive shave. You're keeping the, see how that's angled right there? So if you're using this as your angle, your shave will be a lot different. As opposed to trying to tilt it out more. Yeah, you're going to get a more aggressive shave if you do that. Just something to think about. After reading it with one of the gym shavers, is the 1912 version, and it came with the instructions. The closer I got to looking at those instructions, the more I realized that I should be using the angle of this cap right here as a guide to set my angle. This is going to be a good shave. It's going to be darn close. Sometimes, you know, I can feel certain spots where I know it's kind of tough to catch, and I'm not feeling it. It is great when you get a very smooth, comfortable shave and then get one so close. Kind of one of those effortless ones. Because it's not even a whole lot of work. Once you use that angle on the head like that, very close shave. It's nice when you figure out how to use the razor the way it was intended, and I think that's the key right there. Because the shave is not near as aggressive like you try to find the angle with the DE. If you just use the head the way it's shaved, you get a pretty comfortable smooth shave. It's not aggressive, it's not and it's still efficient. Yeah, it's a pretty good shave. Alum Block's gonna let me know. I do have a spot that came up, and it's not uncommon for me right in here. Right there. I think yesterday I may have irritated it. But that's the only spot that's saying anything right now, is right there. But that's pretty good for the whole shave. It works for me. Humphrey's Lilac. This scent, these other two I'm going to use the rest this week. This is not accustomed to this scent. It's I really like it. Guess you might say I'm kind of surprised at how well I like the bark part of it. At least that's what my nose picks up. I don't know if that's what was intended, but I'm pretty sure that's boy howdy, that's a great scent. When I picked those out quite some time ago, in other words, I've had this for a while waiting for closer to October to use, and that boy howdy, that scent, I'm really liking that scent. Let's see if you can see this one. It's Stirling. This is just a sample I've had for a while. I've used it a couple of times, or 3. There's still quite a bit in there. That's what their stricter looks like. I was really impressed when I got this container. Thought it was pretty cool. It's my first, these were, I got 3 of them if I remember right, and these were my first aftershave samples that I've ever got. And I've got some from Black Ship Grooming that I haven't used quite yet, which is coming up here pretty soon. Red Delicious, smells just like it. To me, I just find it cool that this engineering that took place so long ago. Twist to open, single edge, works great. My hands are still a little bit slick. That's what the blade looks like. And there's the inside there. See, there's plenty of room for the lather to work its way through. And the clog proof has got quite a bit of an opening through here also. A lot of room for the lather to flow through. So a clog proof, if you got a few days worth of growth or even more, that one there would probably be a good one to use because it's got, like I say, huge opening there for everything to flow through. I had a great shave. Hope everybody's doing well. I know this the weather here lately has been quite crazy around the Texas and around Florida. So hope everybody stays safe and smooth shaves to you.